Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Analytical Line. I'm Josh Davis, and I have another episode of Statcast Watch for you to enjoy. Let's get right into it. Last week, I talked about attack angle and a little bit about batting stance angle, so this week I wanted to continue down that rabbit hole and use Statcast's new batting stance leaderboard. This shows where batters stand in the box, where their feet move during their swing, and where their feet end up. You can see mostly average hitters and slap hitters here with the closest stance to the pitcher, and if we go to the hitters that stand furthest back in the box, we see some of the top home run hitters: Ozzie Albies, Marcell Ozuna, Spencer Torkelson, Ketel Marte. However, there are some interesting outliers with Luis Arias standing far back in the box and then almost lunging at the pitcher. And if we flip it back, there's some power-focused hitters in Randy Arozarena, Anthony Santander, and Gino Suarez. You might also notice that switch hitters are on here twice, like Xavier Edwards here and here, but those two stances are both very high in the box. Jorge Polanco, for example, employs two very different stances from each side of the plate. He starts his swing from the left side a full 6 inches behind where he starts from the right side. This is interesting because Polanco had faced a side injury that was keeping him from swinging right-handed, and he was one of the most dominant hitters in baseball the first 2 months as only a lefty hitter. However, he cooled off a lot, hitting for a 139 batting average in May, a far cry from the 379 mark he hit in April. But he's apparently feeling better now, as he's started taking swings from the right side again, and he's hitting .333 with an .876 OPS when batting righty this season. However, his lefty swing is his power side. We can go into his personal bat tracking section and see that his swing speed is always a few miles per hour faster when he swings lefty. His fast swing rate is way higher when he swings lefty. His intercept point is several inches further back, which allows him to get more of his barrel through the zone, and his attack angle is almost doubled when he swings lefty, greatly increasing his ideal angle percentage. All that, and yet he tends to hit a little better from the right side, which shows that not every hitter, especially switch hitters, should be swinging for power. Ketel Marte is a great example of this, who is an elite power-hitting second baseman from the left side and an elite average hitter from the right side. In 2023 as a lefty, he hit 20 home runs compared to 5 as a righty, but his OPS from the right side was 50 points higher. Marte has worked hard to make both of these swings more competitive, and as a result, last year he was a better power hitter from the right side, hitting 18 home runs, the same amount as the other side of the plate. However, this year he has reverted back to being mainly a threat as a left-handed hitter, which, based on his top-notch metrics, I expect to even out at some point. To wrap things up, I want to show you guys the rolling expected weighted on base average leaderboard, which is the best way to see how hot or cold a hitter will be in the next week. In limited playing time, Travis d'Arnaud has been red hot. Alek Thomas, who has been a weak spot in the Diamondbacks lineup this season, is really heating up as well. And of course, Fernando Tatis has started raking again. What's new? The Angels starting catcher Logan O'Hoppe has been one of the best hitting catchers this season, but he's in a cold spell right now and could start to lose some starts to d'Arnaud here and there if this keeps up. Other catchers, Yainer Diaz and Will Smith, are cold as well, which continues the trend of catchers being an extra thin position this year. That will be all for this week's episode of Statcast Watch. If you want to see more of this kind of content, feel free to like and subscribe.